Steady, are you ready? Are you ready? What's going on?
Thinking to myself.
Well, I was thinking to myself.
Prepare for an explosive display.
Welcome back. We got a special guest here today.
Who just tried to disrespect us like 30 seconds ago.
Right, low key.
She asked because she cursed.
Like we, I don't know, like.
I was gonna say Mormons for some reason.
Yeah,
but
like-
I feel like Mormons cuss.
Like we targeted towards a PG audience or something. Like it's grown people listening to this. But she was right before we got into the show was putting me onto this organic lip balm. Oh, we didn't even say her name.
Yeah,
Tre Mason.
who we referred to.
Tre Mason here.
What up, people?
Long time.
No, see.
I was gonna say long time friend, but that too.
Yeah. But.
Fire up, CMU alum. Appreciate you making the trip down.
No problem.
Right, yeah. We felt like you'd be good for this episode. We want to get into for Black History Month. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you got to say.
I'm excited, man.
just like-
Excited to be here.
Yeah, introduce yourself or something.
My name is Tre Mason. I'm just here. I'm ready to get into the combo. See what we gonna talk about. That's it, man.
But like I was saying, though, she was putting me onto this peppermint organic lip balm and telling me to get off this chapstick. So at first I was about to just, like, blow it off, like, whatever. So I'm like, let me see it. So I started reading it. And at least this organic lip balm got the ingredients on it. This chapstick, this is just a chapstick. Classic original, though. It would say nothing else and where it was made at. That's it. So yeah, I might need to switch over. I don't know what I've been using all these years.
That shit like buying some bread that say bread.
Yeah, like for real though. It's just like this shit just lip balm.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you get, this is just this, bro. Like you know it worked. You all about the organic shit, Trey?
All about the organic shit. Dr. Bronner's soap, body wash, lip balm, peppermint.
Natural and
That's
shit.
I gotta get more into that. I will say for the audience, pretty fucking hungover, but I'm a man of the people, so we here, and it's gonna be okay.
Right, man. Happy birthday, everybody
Happy
out there.
birthday.
Hey,
Today,
I appreciate it.
Today, D-Live birthday.
D-I-V day.
Old as fuck. 25.
25.
25. That's the best year, though. 25 is the best year.
Right. He threw up all night.
And earlier. And like 30 minutes ago.
And still made it to do the podcast. That's what's up, man. We appreciate you.
Thanks. I feel good though.
That's good. Got him a Verner's.
Damn, free plug. I mean, it's Michigan, so we fuck with it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
Burgers. Hey, give us some money.
That's a black person remedy and shit.
Yeah.
What up, though, Trey, man? I feel like I ain't saw you in a long time, man.
I know,
It's been a
man.
real long time.
Oh, damn. I forgot we got Tay over there in the background in the cut.
Yeah, Tay here.
Feel free to chime in. Far as hell, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's talk about last week, bro. How fucking cold it was. That shit was like blowing my mind.
Yeah. It was like negative 40 degrees outside. And then it was like 50 degrees like 2 days
2
later.
days later.
Yeah. And then it
Then
was
it
like
was
3
back
degrees. Yeah, like 2 days after that.
And then yesterday was like nice as hell. Though.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the world tripping.
It was so fucking cold that, like, I went outside, like, the cold, like, snatched the snot out of my nose. and like put it on my under my nose and froze it. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's nuts. I ain't never heard no shit like that. The wind snatched the snot out of it.
And froze it.
It froze it though, yeah. That's
Horrible.
That's crazy. Bro. But what I did want to talk about though, before we get into like all this like Black History stuff, is like the drug shows. So have y'all heard about the dude he played on drugs on a Netflix show, like one of those cartel shows?
Yeah.
He just got caught and he went to jail in real life.
For drugs, right?
Yeah, for drugs.
I did see
I
that.
hear about that.
I just want to know, like, how do they get these interviews with these niggas?
Bro, shit like that.
Like who?
Gangland.
Yeah, like who they got out here reaching out to these niggas, bro? Like cartel members and shit. And then who dumb enough to be like, yeah, bro,
I run a cartel.
a Netflix show and shit, yeah.
These are just girl people.
I
This is
gotta
real
have,
life.
look though, I gotta have a bandana and you gotta blur my voice out though.
Do the hard one though, like the hard mix on my voice though, like the deep. We used to ride around with a crew, bro.
Like, bro, them niggas fucking stupid. I'm like, man, he deserved to get caught. He shouldn't have did that show in the first place.
Right.
Can you like go back to like your set after that though? Like,
don't
are
know.
you? Is that
I don't-
snitching?
But it's like, bro, what journalists, like, bro, they legit, like, they in there deep,
Yeah,
though.
it is.
Like, they got somebody in there undercover or something who, like, down there, like, in the depths of that shit. Because, like, even for the ones where they be, like, smuggling people in, like, to be down there
Right,
talking to them
right,
people,
right.
nigga, like, cartel members, it's like, bro, who do you know? Like, that shit nuts.
How far off the chain of command that had to go to like get that approved?
Exactly, like... Bro, that shit crazy. And then to bring cameras around, not even just
Right.
to do an interview, to bring cameras around to do that shit. That shit is nuts.
Yeah.
I couldn't see the reason why you would want that as like the cartel.
Yeah, I was
Exactly.
about to say, that's too much exposure.
Yeah. Niggas scared of y'all, bro. Like, y'all need no more
No more
awareness.
exposure.
Yeah.
And then they'll find like one truck driver or something that do like, he do routes and shit.
Right.
For like 20,000 a drop and shit. It's like, how you find this nigga though? It's like, who talking that much for you to be able to find the nigga who's
Truck driver.
doing drops? And to have an interview with this nigga and he telling you like, oh yeah, I do it for this much.
Go back and forth
Yeah,
like, 3 times a week.
I hide it like this and
Yeah.
shit. It's like, nigga, this shit even fake or people stupider than you think?
Stupid.
Is that a word? Stupider?
No, I don't think that's no word. But we gonna roll
More
with
stupid?
Hey, girls not clever either. Like that's the best y'all can come up with.
What?
Like boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Like that. Y'all have all the freedom in the world.
Savage like, what?
I want Jupiter like a
I was
virgin.
like
I'm
2 weeks ago.
I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
That just came across my mind a couple weeks ago.
Hilarious.
What's the other part of it?
I don't know.
Girls go to college to get more knowledge. You know, like boys go to
Man.
more stupider. Girls go to college to get more knowledge. Something like that.
Girls do go to college more than anybody else though. Black
Yeah, I
girls.
mean, we kicking ass up there.
Yeah, y'all lying. We give y'all little
So
God
it's true.
praise.
Yeah.
Black women out here graduate like a mud.
So what you do currently, Trey, with schooling?
Currently, I mean, I just graduated with my master's a couple years ago, but now I am working at a mental ward doing triages for people who have occurring disorders. So I just like see them, determine if they need to go to the hospital, and go from there, and do like different substance abuse assessments. So I got a real, I guess you could say, intense job, but not really that intense. It's chill.
What do you used to do with like in the jail or whatever?
I used to do substance abuse assessments in a jail too. Just seeing like what level of care people needed once they got released, if they needed to go to rehab or like do some something else, some outpatient stuff, but
When you was working in the jail, did you ever see anything or like learn about the prison system that you realized like, damn, it's really messed up in here?
they hire anybody to work in a jail. They need like background tests on the people who work inside the jail, as far as like correction officers and stuff like that. Like it just be anybody in there working. So that was the one thing I noticed. And I mean, they don't get no good treatment. Not in jail. In prison, it's totally different. But in jail, like niggas not getting treated fairly. Like they don't have no rights in that mug. But really, that's it. The workers be half-assed. And then they don't have no rights in jail. Prison, I think, a little more laid back. Because, I mean, they there for forever and a day. Mm-hmm. So, that's really primarily what I noticed for jails.
Oh, damn. Suicide hotline.
Oh, yeah. The suicide hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Why I feel like I just read that wrong.
Do it again.
1-800-273-8255. Again, this hotline, suicide hotline is 1-800-273-8255.
If you need that resource, please utilize it. You can always reach out to us as always. And yeah, hope there's nobody going through anything like that. But if so, there you are.
Good shit.
Right.
Oh, also, before we get into the bigger portion of this, I'm fed up, man. I'm fed up. I can't take it no more, and this shit gotta stop. So, like, there has to be some kind of consequence. This shit can't go on. If I see another woman get to falsely accuse somebody of some super, like, sinister, like change their life, like whether it be like a rape or something like that, without no consequence, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because like, and I'm not willing to hear no other arguments about this either. Like, I don't want to hear the other side, because there shouldn't be no other side. It's no, like, I know people might say, like, believe all victims and stuff like that, but, like, you got to understand that if it's believe all victims, people who know that, like, universally. So, like, it's also, like, an evil side to that. Like, if people know that they gonna get that energy from that, then it's always be somebody who's gonna abuse it. And like, it shouldn't have to file like a civil suit against you. It should be like a criminal offense, and you should like serve real jail time for that, because that's changing somebody's life. That stigma don't go away, whether it was true or false. And of course, and let me not be insensitive to like actual victims. Those that literally, that's like my biggest concern about this, is the actual victims, because that's who it's not fair to the most. It's people who actually. It's like we went through a crying wolf a bunch of episodes ago. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like unfair to actual victims, and to take the credibility away from people who actually need that help. And everybody should see it from that angle. And I'm not willing to hear another argument, another side of that, because there is no other side.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think people jump the gun, too, on, like, accusing somebody of stuff, or, like, tearing down their character once they hear rumors, so people never get all the facts of the case. So you can't bring somebody's reputation back up once they lost it because you lied on them.
Right.
So that's the sucky part about it, too, as well as real-life victims. Once you keep creating these false narratives and these false stories, real victims don't get the help that they deserve. That's why we have, like, re-victimization and victim shaming and stuff now, because you can't tell the real from the fake, and that's what sucks about the whole entire situation. So, yeah, I agree with that.
I just had to say that.
You know, I agree. I agree 100%. Like, something has to happen. It's just messed up.
Yeah,
like that they can just keep doing whatever and just with no consequence.
Cause you angry, cause he won't fucking talk to you, or he not fucking with you no more. Like, come on,
right?
And you know the power that you have.
Yeah.
It's literally power.
Mm-hmm. What's Future say?
What?
It's the evil world.
It's the evil world.
The evil world we live in. For real. It really is. I just saw a post of a girl saying like, she knew her boyfriend was cheating on her or whatever, so every time he cheated, she fucked one of his friends.
Yeah.
And then they was getting married. And all the grooming she had fucked or something, and she was like, they all had a guilty look on their face, and she like, don't double cross me or something. And I'm like, bro, bitch is evil, bro.
And at the end she said,
oh yeah, the baby ain't his.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the baby ain't his.
Fuck.
I'm like, bitch is evil, man. You can at least fuck, it's a whole world out there. Why you gotta fuck the friends though? He ain't fuck none of your friends.
We don't know.
She ain't say that.
He did.
But look though, that's
assume
evil
he
too
did
though.
it. I'm just saying, we're gonna assume he didn't fuck any of her friends.
Right. But it's fucked up that she fucked.
Yeah, that she fucked on his groomsmen. Yeah.
And then the kid ain't his, and she got him raising it. That's fucked up. That's real life fucked up, man. This nigga's out here getting done dirty. I'm about to be the lead of the Men Too movement. D-Lock gave me my nickname. It's gonna be the infamous Minimus.
Out here.
We about to start taking these bitches down. We sending them to jail. They paying fines, nigga. Something about to happen.
Yeah, dog.
For real.
Look, I appreciate that we got a girl in here, because now I don't got to feel crazy when I say shit like this. It's like somebody that niggas to vet this shit through.
For real, though. How do you feel about, like, feminists and, like, everything going... Like, it's really like a gender war going on right now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Not that this is an interview or nothing. I don't want you to answer the questions like...
How do I feel about the gender war that goes on like Twitter gender war? You talking about?
Or like
Twitter based.
Or like
it's like Twitter based. I don't know. I think
the world really like even shit that's going on. Like the world is really starting to go more towards like a women way of thinking, or like a lot of women are starting to get empowered more.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with women getting empowered. I mean, but as far as like the Twitter thing where it's like gender wars, I mean, that's just Twitter. Motherfuckers just be talking on there anyways. I don't think a lot of them like believe what they even tweet out.
Yeah.
But as far as like feminism and all of that goes in the actual real world, I think that itself is like a little bit different too for black women, because I think the entire feminist movement, from what I know, so I'll put that out there, from what I know, I feel like it's not that beneficial to black women, because mostly white women run all of everything. So like white women can never understand black women's perspective, because they have like the crutch of being white. Right. So it's like how they view the world and how black women view the world is like totally different. And a lot of those movements and marches and stuff you see that are ran by like white women, you can tell like white women had the idea and black women tried to put it together, but it still didn't come out as successful as it could have been had everybody came together under one accord. So that's what I can say about like actual feminism and female empowerment. I think it's good that women are getting empowered, but I think at the same time, like, I don't know, just toss up. It depends on how you look at it.
I
it's
agree.
Like real world Twitter, all in one.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I just mean, I feel like I saw a post the other day that said they're about to start teaching about like gay history in schools, and just like small stuff like that. You can just tell like the world is starting to go into like a different way.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's because a lot of women are... No, not just because women, but, like, women getting into power kickstarted a lot of other things to be able to move and get in order. Like, women getting power allowed for, like, other black things to get in order. And from black things, like gay things or Latinos and just shit like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like women really controlling a lot of shit right now. Like, y'all the shit.
With the gay... No, not disagreeing with you, but with the gay thing specifically, I think the way that it's progressed, like, recently, like, in the last, like, 20 years, how fast it's progressed and stuff, is because it's white men involved with it. That's what makes it relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's with anything, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if it don't affect white men, that shit, then they're secondary because they so, like, at the top of the food chain.
Yeah, because let's be clear, like, if they ain't focused on, like, black gay people. They ain't focused on black lesbians, black transgender, none of that. Because, like, black gay people, black transgender people, that entire community, they get looked down upon every day. They getting killed every day. So most of that is with white men. Like, white men are always, like, no matter, even if white men are gay, they still have so much control. It's ridiculous. So it's like, they don't have that burden of having to deal with them being gay or being bisexual, transsexual, anything of that nature, because they're still white men. Like, look at what's Khloe Kardashian of daddy?
What the fuck this nigga name?
Caitlyn Jenner,
Bruce Jenner.
Caitlyn, she changed her name and stuff, but she still think like a white dude. So it's like, it's fucked up because in her mind, she truthfully thinks like the way her old self was. She still thinks it's Bruce. It's like, that's not okay for like the movement for people who are actually like going through shit. Like, people who getting, like Jussie Smollett, like what just happened to him, that shit not cool that he got attacked and all of that. But you see somebody like Caitlyn Jenner, she ain't thinking about Jussie, so.
Yeah, it's still like a separate
like
thing within that.
Yeah, so.
Right.
And then nobody even really cared. Like, you know how much Caitlyn Jenner advanced the trans like agenda?
Yeah.
Because it's like this was a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, this is like super relevant now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit is crazy.
And shout out gay people too. Like, I fuck with gay people. Like, it's not nothing like that. Why are you?
But yeah, man. Shout out to black women though. Y'all just prospering in the world right now. I feel like. So,
We trying. We getting there.
shout out to y'all.
We getting there, black women. We get in there.
Whoop, whoop.
Good pivot. How y'all feel about young Liam Neeson? Young Liam.
Oh, man.
Trey, how you feel about young Liam Neeson? Yeah, I got a particular set of skills.
I ain't got a particular type of hate, motherfucker.
Young, I will find you.
Young, anybody can get it.
I mean, what he said was bold as hell, because it was like, you going out on the street looking for somebody black to hurt because your friend said she got raped. And that, it pissed me off too, because we know how, I don't know if his friend was white or black, but we know how, I assumed it was a white woman he was talking about, said somebody black raped her. And we just know like that history of how that shit go anyway. So it was annoying because it's like, once again, it goes back to the whole people not believing victims because they lie so much, but like you think about people who've gotten in trouble back in the day for like quote unquote raping white women, and that shit not even true. So it just it brought up a bunch of different type of emotions for me, and it sucks too because I am a black woman, and like me being black, I'm like, oh no, fuck that bitch. But the other hand, me being a woman, I'm like, damn, I feel bad if she did get raped. But at the same time, Liam, whatever your name is, don't take your ass out there trying to get justice like on your own. That ain't your place. So. I mean, it was, I had a bunch of different emotions because it was like, you cowardly as hell for doing that. And you cowardly to get on TV the next couple days talking about that's just how you feel. It's a human instinct. That shit's not human. But, hey, I may be looking at it differently because if it was my family, I might have done the same thing. So, I don't know.
It's like, that part I can get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the anger part. It's just the fact that your basis is like, what happened to you? Oh, what color was his skin? All right, bet. Let me go find. You know what I'm saying? Like, the basis is like the race. Go ahead, Sam.
No, I'm just saying, and watch for a week straight.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Wishing somebody is. Like, man, that's
Wishing
wild.
a nigga would.
Wishing a nigga would.
You want to just
bro.
order the motherfucking
Wishing a
talk in.
nigga
With a
would.
crowbar. Like, all I want to know is, it had to be like up his sleeve or something. This nigga couldn't just be walking with a crowbar for 2 weeks in his hand up and down the street. Like, nobody called the police on this nigga. Like,
But that, and then it sucked too, cause like the type of movies he play in, like
Right.
it's like, nigga, that's your real life. Like, you really been doing this for real.
think
You
he
really
like
into
that.
character.
like, my nigga really think he an assassin and shit.
Like, you really into character. So it was like, it's not cool on
My
all
nigga did
aspects.
4 stunts and shit.
Oh. You know who really pissed though? The movie studio. They like, nigga.
Yeah, cause he's about to have a movie come out or
Man,
something.
Why would you
Like,
say this shit?
They don't care, bro. They like fuck black people.
They like
niggas still white people. It's enough white people that still gonna go see that shit where they like
Yeah.
fuck them
Black
black
people
cells.
won't
Yeah,
I looked at that shit
yeah.
on the
They
preview,
like
was
black
oh,
people gonna
okay.
get that shit off fire stick.
It still has some backlash. That shit's still not good for the movie.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
good.
for sure.
And then you had people taking up for him. That Michelle Rodriguez lady talking about he can't be racist because he kissed Viola Davis in the movie. I forget the name of the movie.
Like,
I don't know what you're talking
slave owners not racist because they used to have sex. with
Widows.
slaves.
That's the name of the movie. He kissed her, but
about. That's a good point you just said, Seth.
Like, nigga, shut up,
yeah.
please.
Terry Crews. But no, what I finna say? Never mind. Fuck Liam. Fuck you. Taken wasn't that good anyway. The first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one y'all probably finna make.
Man, ain't finna
The
make
first
that
one
work.
pretty straight. Yeah.
Alright, I get it. Oh, you know what's crazy?
The first one was good, actually.
Nigga. So, when I was in 9th grade, so this is like 2009, right?
Yeah.
My English teacher, she was black. Let me see. I got Google when Taken actually came out. Bro, when I tell you, we watched took 2 class periods and watched Taken on bootleg like 2 years before it came out. It came out in 2000.
Taken? I ain't never seen Taken.
Bro, that's like that movie,
it came
Room
in 2009.
509 or something.
Hmm?
Room 509 or something like that. It's like a scary movie. I watched that movie like 2 years on bootleg before it came out.
Damn.
Before it came out?
Yeah, before it came out in theaters. I had that bitch for like 2 years. That was like an old movie to us.
Mm-hmm. Bro, that's how this Taken was. And that shit came out. I'm like, I don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
But what do Taken got to do with English class? Like, we really just, she like, I gotta show y'all niggas this shit. This shit crazy. And it was.
See, like, everybody got to see this shit.
Yeah. Oh.
I want to watch that Adapted in Plain Sight. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about
Is he in that too?
Bro. No.
No.
Man,
Oh, that sounds like you
It's
did.
a documentary.
Bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
You watched it?
What it come
horror
on?
was it? Netflix.
Mm.
It's horrible. Like dumb parents. It's just horrible. Like, a lesson to not to leave your kids around anybody. It's like white shit.
Give some examples, though.
Like letting old men stay in your kid bedroom. The daddy and the mama had like relations with the dude who was touching their daughter and like telling her to look at aliens. It was some white shit, but it was like based on a true story. Well, it was a documentary, so all they ass was in there talking about how they had relations with this man, and he was just brainwashing them.
That shit nuts.
That's crazy. So it followed like that. It followed just the one story.
Yeah, just the one story. Yeah.
I thought it was just like different examples.
Nah, it
of
was
what
one
you get
family.
kidnapped. People crazy as fuck.
That shit scared me though. That having your kids around people shit. Of course,
Hell
I got no
yeah.
kids. That shit scared the hell out of me,
Yeah.
bro.
Hell
People
yeah.
crazy.
People crazy as hell, and I would kill somebody.
Hell yeah.
All right, Liam.
Right, my nigga D-Lie walking around with a crowbar for a week there, looking for anybody.
There was a tall white dude, 6'4".
I said I made a profile. Ooh, let me find this white nigga. Ooh.
My nigga killed 5'2" Asian and this shit. I saw him.
No, I don't fuck with my kids that I had. I don't fuck with my unborns.
Do y'all feel like new white people are allies? Like the younger people coming up? I mean, they growing up like differently than the older people and
I'll let Trey tackle that one.
more into the culture.
Yes and no, because there are some white people who like don't think like their grandparents. Like I come in contact with a lot of them who say like they have racist grandparents and great grandparents and even parents, but they don't think the same way. Like they like college and stuff transform how they think. Mm-hmm. But then you have like white kids. That stuff that happened with Nathan Phillips, that Native American guy, where it was like all those white kids from that school like outside tying him while he was doing his like hymnal or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was like, man, you raised that way. You like you didn't see that on TV. You raised that way. Like that's right. How you think and believe. So it's like I think it all depends on like who their parents are, like what their parents telling them, because I think it's some white people out there who truly love black people for being black, don't want to change them. But I think it's some white people who still feel like they have to change black people and not willing to get to know us for who we are. And not realizing that they swagger jack, I don't know if that's still like a word, but swagger jack everything black people do. So it's like stuff like that annoys me, because it's like you can't tell us who to be while trying to be us. So it's like weird.
How would you say, or what would you suggest for a white person to do if they wanted to get to know a black person or like who we are?
I would say ask questions. I think white people have this thing where they assume a lot. Like they assume they know black people. Like you have one black friend that ain't, you don't know nothing. Like, because black people are so different. So just ask questions. I mean, just be supportive. If you don't understand something, just sit down and ask the black friend that you do have, or make it a point to like get to know other cultures. Make it a point to just ask, understand, listen to what the black person is saying, and like be comforting, because I see a lot of white people too, like they don't understand, like when we have like police shootings or something, or we have something of that nature, they really don't get that. They don't understand why we believe that cops are killing us. They just like, cops kill everybody. Like, cops have to protect themselves. They're protecting the community. So, like, just get to understand, like, the history of why black people feel and think a specific way. Because we're not just coming up with this, like, this real life. Like, we didn't just wake up and say we hate cops. Right, so, like, just try to understand.
Do y'all feel like black people make an effort to step out and try to understand other people's cultures?
I mean, I don't think we have to step out. I think it's been forced on us. Like,
well, not like white people. I mean, just like anybody.
Anybody?
Like how you said, for us, white people should like ask us questions to get to know us. Do you feel like black people ask white people like enough questions when they meet them to like try to understand them, or even like meeting an Asian person? Like, do they ask them questions to try to understand their culture?
I don't think most do. I mean, me, I came into contact with a lot of people, but sometimes, like, I've said some stuff that's, like, stereotyped, like, stuff. So, and I've had to get called out on that. And I'm okay with that, because it's like, teach me. I'd rather you tell me that I hurt your feelings and, like, tell me how you feel than not say nothing at all. So, I would say, in my opinion, no. I don't think we get to know other races like that. But I think we don't have no problem with doing it either. I feel like white people have a problem with getting to know black people unless it's black penis involved, but I'll say that for another time.
No, I'll save later in the episode. I think we at like this unique ass like time period, right? Where it's like black people and black culture is like so popular everywhere, but with that, like with it being so popular, everybody don't get the background. Everybody don't get the whole understanding. It's just like you get the popular shit, but you don't understand it's because of this, or you don't understand the history of it like this. And that's how you get people thinking that Miley Cyrus invented twerking, and that's how you get people that the Gucci shit that just happened. Like, cause you don't you think you get the culture and cause it's popular, but you don't understand like the implications because you don't got all the background knowledge of it. And like how you said with having, like, say white people got one black friend, it's low key a lot of pressure on black people right now because we so popular, and then everybody got to arm themselves with knowledge because you might be in that situation, and it, like never before, our perspective is becoming more relevant. So like you might need to be that person. You might be the only person in that room that can give that perspective, and you got to be knowledgeable enough to not fuck us all over for that company or whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's a crazy time we in right now.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. For
It's
real.
definitely a crazy time.
But to answer your original question, I do think new white people are allies.
Okay.
Because new white people, I guess, do we need to find out who new white people are?
Yeah. Do it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can just do it.
I'm trying to get a good definition. Help me.
New white people are just younger white people, I guess. So white people our age.
Bro, it's some racist
Young progressive white people.
It
There's
is.
some racist ass white people. Right?
But
It always will be.
But they grew up around racist ass parents too,
Yeah.
though.
I think the whole newer generation just generally understand each other better.
Yeah.
College make people unracist too, though. Sometimes, like they come in racist
depends
as
on
hell
where you
from
go,
wherever
too.
they come from, like from the UP or something.
Yeah.
They come to college like, oh, black people cool.
Like,
go back unracist.
Your
telling
experience
their
in
parents.
northern Michigan ain't gonna be the same like it was at CMU. Like, it ain't that diverse. So it just, I feel like it
Right.
all depends too. But I get what you're saying. For the most part, a lot of white people are trying.
Yeah, because the world is trying harder, and it just, you know what I'm saying, it just all reflect, like you said with the LGBTQ stuff, it's like it's all kind of going to the same pot, and that's dangerous too sometimes, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But
And I
hate
have white
oppression wars.
friends, so I just always feel like, even though I talk the most shit about white people, and I even talk shit around them about white people, but it's like, I know all white people are not racist, and some white people cool as hell. Like, I have a lot of white friends. Well, not a lot, but enough.
Yeah.
And family, too, though. So it's like,
Yeah.
I
talk about white people constantly.
I can't say I have white friends, but I do have like white associates. Cause like in my world, I ain't letting no white person get that close to me. That's just me personally. Like any white associate I have, like there's gonna be some boundaries set in place. Like you ain't
Why
coming
is
to
that?
my house.
Why is that?
Cause white people just different. How they like? I'm not going to no white person house. I can't say I've ever been in a white person's house. I can't recall, like, just a professor. Like, I've never been, like, in, like, a white friend of mine's house. Like, I can't recall it. Those are, like, boundaries I have set, too, because it's just, like, we live different. We are different. Your animals are over the place, which is a stereotype, but, I mean, studies have shown that white people let their animals go everywhere, and I've, like, walked into the house and shit, and it's, like, it's happened. So I like set boundaries with my white associates just because it's like certain things I don't know. I set boundaries with them. It's hard to explain why I set boundaries.
Yeah. I have white friends who are like, well, I have a white friend who I'm super cool with, and like I have like stayed the night over his house. Like I know his grandma and shit like that. I know a couple of his family members. I know a lot of his friends who I became friends with. And then, I mean, I had a couple people from work, like, to my house or something, or I went to their house. But as far as just, like, a real friend, I only have one. And maybe, I mean, like, a cool coworker or something, but that's about it.
Yeah, like, cool coworkers I have.
I got a handful of white friends. They all cool. But it all stems from, like, work, or it stems from us being in, like a group together or something, and that's like any other friendship form, I guess. But yeah, I got some white friends. They cool as shit.
Oh, I have stayed at a white person's house in high school. One of my homegirls was mixed, so she had a white granny she stayed with. So I take that back. But yeah, most of my white friends are from work. White associates from work. Like y'all said.
But unlike a lot of people though, like I grew up around white people a little bit, but not really. Like my cousin was mixed, so I spent the night at his granny house a lot, who was white, or I stayed at like their house a lot, and his mom was white, and then she married a white man, so it was like I went over to his family house and shit on Thanksgiving and shit like that. So it was like they was all white. So I was doing like a lot of shit with white people, like going camping and shit with white people, But like I would go back home and there's no white people at all.
I kind of wanted to ask you about that, Trey.
What?
Okay, like so we grew up in, of course, me and Sam grew up in Flint, and it's like it's pockets of white people, but it's like the city is hella black though. You know what I'm saying? But like you grew up in Saginaw, and Saginaw has like whole like white high schools and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get the dynamic of Saginaw. Like it's.
Yeah, like So I was about to say that, like that's how I met white people. Really, is because like I went to a all white high school my last 2 years of high school. So like Saginaw, one part of it when I last was living in Saginaw, is like most of the city is primarily black, but then there's like a bridge you cross over. Then it's like West Side area, and that's like mixed. Like you got Hispanics who stay over there. You got a couple white people who like just live poor, stay over there, and then you got township. That's nothing but like wealthy white folks who like work at big good companies and stuff, and they send their kids to this school called Heritage. That's the school I went to, and it was literally like I would say like 90% white and like 5% black, the rest Oriental and Hispanic people. Like
you was in that bitch called a ruckus, wasn't you?
In that bitch in school suspension every day. But yeah, like it's set up kind of different. Like last time I was staying there, it was still set up the same. Like white people stay in their place, black people stay in their place, but everything kind of like works. Like black people have to go over the white side of town just because like you grocery shop and stuff over there. Ain't no grocery stores where we stay, but it's like it is a big difference. Like I mean, like you said, it's pockets of white people. Because it's white people sprinkled in the hood, but you know those type of white people that be in the hood. It's like, dang, you don't want to be here. You just got to be here type thing. Right. Like, black people, it's kind of like, what? It's like our shit type thing. Like our community. So.
Yeah. When you went to the white school, did you feel like you had to... Or, I mean, even in college, like, we all went to Central, which is, of course, a white school. Did you feel like you had to, like, go harder because you was black?
So in high school, when I first transferred over to the white school, so like my original school, I was in honor classes. Like they ain't had no books and shit, so everybody's in honor classes. But like when I went to my new high school, first semester I was there, I got all D's. I ain't know shit. Like they was on some extra type shit like IB classes and AP shit I ain't never heard of. So I'm like, okay. So that was like different because I really did have to work my ass off. When I got to CMU, like I can never say I've ever felt uncomfortable at CMU because I stayed in a dorm that was primarily with black people and you had like a sprinkle of Asian and white people. So I didn't feel uncomfortable at CMU the time I was there. But as far as in the classroom, I'll say, yeah, I for sure feel like I had to work twice as hard. And I think our parents teach us that no matter what, you're going to have to work twice as hard because you aren't going to get the same treatment if you don't work twice as hard because you got to be noticed. Like, you just got to be noticed. And that was the same when I went to grad school. Like, I was the only black person in my cohort. And that was rough because it was some stuff that was going over my head the first semester. So I was, like, grinding. But I was also dealing with, like, imposter syndrome. Not thinking I really needed to be there or I deserved to be there. But it's like, I deserve to be there. Like...
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
That's a crazy concept.
Yeah.
What is that? Like, just for the audience.
Oh, it's just when you feeling like you don't match up to the requirements of what it takes to be at a specific point in your life. So you keep telling yourself, like, I don't need this. I don't deserve to be here. Somebody else needs to do this. So it's kind of like you psyching yourself out. From my understanding, that's what it is.
Damn, like I'm a great big phony.
Yeah, like, damn, I get it.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that. That's a cool term.
This guy's a phony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you can go.
I forgot what I was gonna say. How is that translated to the workplace? Like that feeling of I gotta go harder? Is it like how's it now?
It's the same, I'll say, because going into a workplace, like, my whole setup is, like, different, because I'm always wearing braids, I'm loud, like, anybody who knows me, I laugh, like, extremely loud, so I'm myself 100% of the time, and I've been trying to work on, like, turning that on and off, because at one point I had it real good, like, I had a very professional, hi, I'm Sarah voice, and then afterwards, I just went to this, my same self, like, I couldn't keep switching it on and off, it got tiring. So I think it's still that same way, though, because you know you have to act a certain way to get to the top, almost. Because if not, you're going to get ate alive, so.
Hell yeah, that's exactly how I was that way. Like, when I first started, I had, like, my little voice on and everything. Once I settled in, I be just talking regular now. Like, I talk to the people, like, how I want to talk to them.
Y'all seen that movie,
I'm
Sorry to Bother You?
Now.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that movie.
That's how I was. As soon as the clock turned 8. Hi, guys. What are we doing for lunch? So.
Hell yeah.
Don't spoil it. I still watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But no, I think I'm getting to that point too, because it's like that shit's tiring,
Yeah,
man. That code switching shit is tiring, and people don't nobody understand code switching. That's not like of a minority. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's impossible for you to understand it.
Yeah.
We keep throwing around these terms. So code switching is like
putting your white voice on.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, for black people, it's like putting your white voice on. Getting extra.
Which is like being professional, using the correct grammar, doing everything, just being like joyful and shit, and just
joyful.
Having good customer service and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, I had something else to say about that. Can't remember. Code switching. Oh my god, I hate when I lose thoughts. Code switching. It's gone. It'll come back.
Instead of like, that won't work, that will not suffice.
Yeah. Having them thesaurus right by your desk. Looking up shit.
Per my last email. No.
Yeah.
You said, yeah, that's your favorite one, huh?
That's my favorite one.
Damn, I'm mad. I can't remember what I was going to say.
Think about it, man. Close your eyes, meditate.
Think to myself?
Yep, think to yourself. Alright, man. You know me. I got some. I want to say, you up here all professional.
I'm
and
not
shit,
professional.
Man.
I'm just waiting on to hear what you about to say.
Because I wanted to troll you a little bit. Bro.
Troll me? Okay, troll me.
No, I mean, not really troll you, but just stir the pot.
Oh, shit. Oh, go ahead.
No, say it. Say it before you forget.
Okay. Well, what you said with you in high school, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, you switch over to the other school, and you, like, you wasn't an honor student no more, and you was kind of, like, behind everybody else. Mm-hmm. That shit is, like, set up from the time you were, like, kindergarten.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, it's for sure.
Yeah, that shit is, like, a whole snowball effect of shit that happened. Like, okay, take, like, school suspension, right? In, like, a black school or predominantly minority school, any of them, pretty much. This is across the board. Mm-hmm. Like, the solution is, like, send this motherfucker home. Yeah. Get him, like, out of this environment. Yeah. Like, for days on end. That's, like, the most common solution. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not statistically backing none of this shit up. This is just from me. But, so, like, that's the solution in those kind of environments. And all you're doing is taking that person and, like, taking away the education for, like, days on end. You know what I'm saying? And then, versus, like, in a white school, I don't think that's the answer as much. And it's all kind of other resources
it's way more
before you get to that. And you happen to work in a prison. And that shit contribute to it because you get suspended, and now you out of school, and you missing education, so now it's affecting your grades. So now you worse off in school, more chances you dropping out. Once you drop out, the chances are higher for you to go to prison because you don't got the education. Those things directly correlated.
Yeah, idle hands, devil workshop.
Yeah. And then, not to mention, when you go to prison, like, you know how fucked up the criminal justice system is and set up for minorities to be, like, fucked, basically. With the drug laws and drugs that minorities use being, like, having like way heavier laws, like way heavier
sentences.
Sentences, way heavier sentences, and it's just all like a cycle. Even to like to make this system fucked up, even like voter suppression.
Yeah,
like they don't like let black people know like where the polling stations is at, and like they do like the red line and the gerrymandering and shit, and like set up so like
felons can't vote.
Yeah, felons can't vote, and like it's all connected, bro. That shit is just crazy. And that shit starts from when you like in kindergarten, literally.
And I don't know if y'all been in the school recently, but I went to a high school a couple of days ago, and like the way they discipline system set up is literally just how like a prison is set up. Like they call them tickets. And that's like what they say in prison. Like, you getting a ticket, like, go to the shoot, stuff like that. So I thought that was weird because it's like, this ain't fucking prison. Stop calling these kids by their last name. Like, stop doing that. Like, treat them like kids. So stuff like that is set up that way. And it was a predominantly black high school. So it sucks because it's like these kids don't have no chance right about now. And it's like, what can we do to help them? Like, some of their parents not helping them. So it's like, it just sucks all over.
You watch Atlanta, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you remember the one episode where they like went back and they was all like, and they was in like 9th grade or like 8th grade or something?
Yeah.
They had the football and shit. It was so much shit going on in that episode. Yeah. Like, oh man, like it really like encompassed all this shit, and like the shit students be having to deal before they even walk through the door.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's also a part of like minority schools, because it's like that's also set up where your life is gonna be harder than there in America, and like you're not coming from as good of a background, pedigree, and it's generationally y'all like don't got no money, so y'all come to school hungry, and that affect your performance in school. Or you come to school cold, you ain't got enough clothes in the winter time, or you know what I'm saying, you was up because you had to take care of your brothers and sisters while your mom was at, like all that shit is before you even walk through the door. And that episode just had all that shit in there. Everybody should watch that episode.
I definitely agree. And that made me think about the conversation like Killer Mike and DJ Envy was having about public and like private schools. Like, I ain't go to a private school, but it was a predominantly white like school in a township, so it's damn near the same. But it goes to show you like the resources those kids have is totally different from the resources these kids have in like public school, like 100% different. So just think about it there. And they don't face the same problems as these other kids do either, like you said. So yeah.
Right, when me and D-Law had that oppressions in America class, she had us come talk to one of her other classes because it was an all-white class, and they all came from, like, prestigious areas, really, and they had shit like polo and shit at their school, like fencing and stuff like that.
It was like, what?
Yeah, and we
can't even do jerseys for the hoop team.
Yeah, and she had us come sit on a panel, and we just talked about like how different our high schools was, and I mean, like we had metal detectors and shit like that, and I mean it was just crazy, like.
It's different.
They really just don't know.
It's really different. Like, and it didn't help me either because like I still stayed in the hood, but like I had to commute like 30 minutes to my high school. So it was like, this shit is like Central Pay, wherever the fuck that is. And then, like, going home was, like, Vietnam. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So it's just, like, people don't understand, like, that it is a different life for those kids. Like, those kids don't have no issues. Like, them niggas wasn't worried about free or reduced lunch. It was like, nigga, my dad gave me $15 for lunch. We finna eat up today. I got my car and I'm in the 10th grade. It's like, whoa, like, what's going on? So, yeah. So, it's a difference.
It's all about perspective, dog.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a white friend till I got to college. Like, I knew a white person in high school. We was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan. Everybody, damn near everybody know Dylan. He like the only white young person our age and shit.
He was like the only white student at y'all high school.
Yeah.
All black high school. Let's not forget that.
And then after that shit, not into college.
Yeah.
Me neither.
And then I met my roommate with my freshman year roommate my friend now that I was referring to earlier. But I mean, that's it though. Like, never had to encounter them at all.
Like in high school, like
Besides
even
the
going
teachers.
to white high school, I didn't make white friends. Like the black people that was there, we just clung to each other type thing. So I didn't really have too many white friends. But as time went on, I started getting involved in stuff. Like I did start to mix and mingle more. But yeah, like you said, I think college was my first like started hanging with white people more.
That's another thing about black people. Like, we always gonna feel it's good, but we always gonna feel the need to clean together because that's how we are in society. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to a conference and another black person you don't even know, or like you said in high school, it could have been 80 y'all like that. You know, y'all gonna try to be friends first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
We all feel like we need each other, and we do.
Yeah, we do.
How do y'all feel about like mixed babies and stuff? Not like
Let's
really.
get into it. Let's get into it.
Well, I won't even put nothing behind it. Then I'll just throw it out there.
Mixed babies. I mean, I got mixed guy kids. They mix with black, white, Mexican. So I love.
Well,
my
not
guy
like
kids.
if you don't love them. More
No.
just like
Do I
I'll
wanna
say
have
more
mixed
like
kids?
black and white. The world, like the way that they would have to grow up.
Can't you do Canada Dry? Sorry, but they pay us some money, Canada.
Can I get
Yeah,
sip of that?
yeah. What do you think, Trey?
I mean, me personally, I don't want mixed kids. I want black kids. But I guess that's a personal preference. I'm not against people having interracial relationships. But I think, like, if you feel like you have to, as a black man, if you dating a white woman, you feel like you have to tear the black woman down and talk about why you don't like the black woman, that's a problem. Because it's like, come on, like, calm down. And, like, if a black woman feel like she has to tear down a black man to prove that she want a white man, it's like, calm down. You don't have to do all that. Like, just say that's your preference. Like, my preference is black men. Like, that's just my preference. I'm not going to say white men are like this and that, because I don't know, but I'm not going to tear down black men if I was to ever like a white man.
What about like for the kid, like if it grow up around all black people, but it's like, I mean, he light skinned and he got like curly hair or something, and everybody like, oh, you white, you white, you white. But then you go around black people and they are calling you a nigga and shit. So it's like you really can't find your place in the world. Do you think that people ever think about that?
I mean,
it's like
I
a
think
real problem.
That's a real thing.
Is mulatto offensive? I don't want to be offensive. I mean, not in this case.
Mulatto.
Mulatto. Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I think I don't know. I think it
Mixed
may be
people,
offensive.
biracial. I don't know.
I think mulatto might be offensive.
Okay. So
I'm gonna go with
yeah,
offensive.
all right.
Yeah, mixed kids. I mean, I think that's the number one issue. I can't express how they feel because I don't know how they feel being me.
Right.
But I will say, like, I think that is like the number one problem. I've heard a lot of people say that they don't know which side they fit on.
Yeah. I just know, like, my cousin, he mixed, and I mean, he went through a lot of different phases, and I feel like it was just because he never really fit in nowhere. I mean, that's outside looking in, my perspective, but I mean, I just feel like that should be hard. But for like, I feel like it's not as hard for like Black and Hispanic people or shit like that. Like, the cultures just blend together.
Yeah, they just blend perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This honestly, like, this conversation is like a microcosm for the whole episode, and the reason why we haven't, like, the reason why there is a black versus white discussion, because the world kind of make it like that already. Like, everything is black and white, but those literally are, for some reason, are like on opposite ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? In the American experience, and everything get broke down into that. It's not that we wanted to have a black and white conversation. That's the way that everything is set up for some reason. Yeah. Like you said, it'd be easier with a black and Mexican. It wouldn't be the same discussion because it's the minority thing still in common. And that's such a big thing. Like, I got issue with like the people, like you said, it can be a preference that you prefer to date, like within your race. So it's just stupid anyway. But I hate the people who like are totally against interracial couples. Excuse me. That shit don't really make no sense, because it's like if you fail for this person, then like why you letting your race be the one thing stopping you? Like that's pussy. Like either you a girl or you a boy, that's pussy.
Right.
Yeah. You're like, nah, she white, I can't fuck with it. Or you know what I'm saying? Like that's you hang your preference all day, but that's stupid when you let it go that far.
Yeah, I think it's how you grow up too. Cause like my mom, she older, so and she grew up in the South. So now that whole bring a white person home ain't really her cup of tea. Like that's just not her thing. And I understand it, like, cause I understand how she grew up. But I mean, I just wouldn't bring a white person home simply off that, cause it was never okay. But I mean, it is what it is. Times may change.
I don't think it's. Well, I don't not speak for everybody, but it's not a really okay thing in my household either. And I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like not okay. Like my mom not playing that.
My granny fuck with it.
Yeah. My mom, she would rather not. But I mean, if I did, it wouldn't be nothing she could do about it. So she would have to be cool with it. But I know she wouldn't want me to. Yeah,
my mom talking shit all day. I bring a white man home.
But she wouldn't have a problem with it at the same time, though. I don't know. Like, she wouldn't shun me or no shit like that.
Yeah, like, it'd never go that far.
Yeah, mom ain't gonna shun me. She gonna talk some shit that's gonna make me feel like she's shunned. But she ain't.
Oh, yeah, it is gonna be shit talking for the rest of the time. Like, forever. You embrace especially that. If you have a kid with her. Yeah, like it's gonna be that white bitch this, that white bitch that.
Yeah, like it's gonna be white bitch comma.
Or because that white girl. Because that white girl. Yeah. You know that with white girl.
He with that white girl. Ain't none of this start happening. He got with that white girl. It's gonna be just like this. So no, I'm good on that.
No, he got that white girl.
He ain't coming. Yeah, you know he with that white girl. It's like every week.
He said he was gonna bring the pop to the cookout. You know he with that white girl. She probably got him doing all kinds of stuff.
he gonna bring the, like he said he bringing a what? You know he with that white girl. You should cook an extra one and shit.
She making it up.
Right. Like,
Oh, black people so funny though.
Yeah, man. That shit messed up.
You know what's another thing black people do? They like leave to shit. Oh, like the thing that I've been seeing lately, like a black person like lets you go past the exit and afterward asks you like, where you going?
That's me. I want people like, dang. Right.
That's because
where you taking? Where you taking?
That's because black people stay saying like, I know where I'm going. Yeah. Or don't tell me where to go and shit. So you just be like, I ain't gonna say it no more. So that time you like, oh shit, where we going? Like, Then they mad at you. You let me miss the exit. It's like, shit.
They thought you had it.
Yeah, shit. I thought you knew where you was going.
Bro, I remember one time my gas light came on. My mama came to visit me. My gas light was on. I'm like, I'm gonna go to this gas station over here. They got cheaper gas. So we did go a long way. It probably had to be like 10 miles we had went. And my mama kept saying the whole time, like, yeah, this gas over here kind of cheap. This gas over here kind of cheap. Like, black people be throwing subliminals like a motherfucker. She's like, how much cheaper is supposed to be where you trying to go? So.
Right, though. Damn, you drove 10 miles?
Right.
Yeah, bro.
25 cents off or something? Like,
Kroger fuel points, man.
wow. What you go for the fuel points?
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Your reserve
damn.
be having like a full gallon in there. So you'll be
That's
good.
crazy.
Yeah. Niggas look you having a lot of gas.
Yeah, like niggas can go to work and back.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I gotta quit doing this.
I don't know, but I know I'm rooting for everything and everybody that's black.
Amen.
You can just do you, and I hope you succeed.
Let's talk about that. Cause how far does that go?
With me, I feel like even if I judge and talk shit about it, if you making money off of it, it ain't really nothing I can say, and you shouldn't be worried about what I should say. And I'm just joking probably anyway. And I'm down with it. Like, I might not post it or like it or nothing like that, but I'm definitely, in my heart, I ain't hating on nobody doing nothing. And I want everybody to succeed. And whenever I come up, all I think about is helping everybody else come up as well. And I'm happy most of the people in life now are like kind of on that same wave. Like, a lot of people really like kicking negativity to the side and trying to, even though it's like quote unquote haters everywhere and shit, but the majority of people want to see other people succeed. Like, the black people doing shit want to see other black people doing shit. Like, we kind of getting out of the crab of the barrel mentality a little bit.
We are.
And I like that.
Okay, let me throw this wrench in there then.
All right, go.
What's the word, Trey? Start with a P. Okay, like my question originally, like, how far does it extend to? Like, when you hire all like your friends and shit. What the fuck is that word? It's a word for it. Where like you get in a position and you hire, like, say if I'm the CEO of this company and I hire like 5 black people, but like out of those 5 different interview processes, this black person was like only the best candidate for one of these jobs. Like, that in turn can hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how far does that I'm rooting for everybody that's black go?
No. Sorry to cut you off, but what I mean hell no. Like, if you're not qualified for the job, you shouldn't get the job just because you're black. I ain't saying that at all. I'm just saying that I support everybody that's black that's trying to do something positive and do something with themselves, whether that's creating something, doing just something like for the state or government. Like, I've been seeing a lot of people on social media become like chairs of government or just some shit. Get some title, accomplish something. Like, I'm just supporting everybody that's black doing that. I think that's dope. And we really like changing the narrative of black people, I feel like. I can just see the world changing slowly. And even though all the fucked up shit is going on, I support black people and everything that's going on. And I think it's good.
It's like the part nobody should really have an argument with.
Yeah.
Right. I guess I was saying more like this should extend to like you making external decisions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like with the what's the new lady Kamala Harris. Like, I be seeing the half and half on her all the time. Like, oh, look, she black, she finna run. Other people be like, yeah, she black, but she like kind of be fucking up, sporting some fucked up shit. Like, I'm rooting for everybody that's black apply to that too. Like, it's tricky.
Yeah, it is tricky.
Got two rhyme right on time.
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't rooting for black people that's on fuck shit. I mean, people that's doing good things.
Yeah.
But yeah, though.
You said positive black people, so I got you. I might got some diabolical shit relating to that that I'll fill you in on later.
Oh, later.
Yeah, might be huge. No pause.
All right. Question.
Yep. How many niggas faking their streams?
That could be a question. I ain't have that, but how many people you feel like are faking these streams?
Go with your question.
I feel like it's a lot because a lot of these niggas ass and apparently to the internet. Oh, damn! I should be a rapper, bro. You ain't even. It flew over Trey head. She ain't even. You ain't get it, did you?
What was your question?
And the song with Jay. No, I gotta explain it to her, bro. It was too hard for her not to get. So you know. The song with Jay-Z and 21 Savage, right?
J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah. What'd I say, Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, so that song, J. Cole say how many people faking their streams? They say a lot. And then I said, how many people you faking their streams to D-Lot? And I said, I think it's a lot.
Oh, okay.
Without noticing.
Yeah, a lot.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, that's what I was saying. Because a lot of these niggas ass, and apparently people think they good. And I just got, I don't know. I guess I just believe in people more, man. And I can't think that people agree that this shit is nice. Because this shit got to be that ass.
Like music-wise?
Yeah, this shit hurt.
Okay. I'm like,
Like people really, no, I ain't hating on Blueface, though, at all. I don't feel like your opinion should be hating.
yeah, right.
I ain't hating. I'm happy and I support him that he a young nigga getting money, doing whatever. But that boy music ass.
That's that bust down Tatiana girl.
That nigga
Bust
is
down.
dick.
Bust it.
And for people to sit up there and say that he got bars, that shit is beyond me. So I feel like people's streams have to be people faking their streams.
Yeah,
But it be little kids though.
Yeah.
That's what I saw all the videos and I was like, damn, it be little kids. They be getting all these views and streams and shit from.
Yeah, I was
And then people like our age. Cause that shit, bro, that shit dick. I can't believe that niggas really like turn that shit on to listen to it in the car.
Bro.
No offense if y'all do out there in the world, but
yeah, I ain't never heard the song. So.
I've
keep
only
seeing
heard.
clips
Yeah, I
on
never heard a
Instagram.
full song.
But-
It was only clips. Yeah.
but
Clips on
the
Instagram.
Nicki Minaj remix is low key hard.
Yeah, that's just ass.
That shit kinda hard. It's better than the original version.
That's good.
What is that saying?
That is better though.
It's better trash.
Yeah, it is. It's better trash.
That's turn.
My nigga, she was partially on the trash. Nigga. That's all she did.
And some sea salt.
Yeah.
Shit good. But yeah, man, I don't know.
I think people do. Well, I'll say that I think people actually is getting a lot of these streams because these young motherfuckers listen to all kind of shit that we would have never thought nobody should be listening to.
Yeah, a lot of shit is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is shit like streaming farms and all that where they have like rows of like hundreds of cell phones just playing this shit all day. Those exist.
That's crazy.
nuts.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Streaming farms.
But when I get on YouTube and I see a video got like 100 million views and it's my first time watching it, I be like, damn, there's really a lot of people in the world, bro. Like this bitch got 100 million views.
And I've never seen
And I ain't never seen this video nor heard of this person on here ever. And 100 million people watching him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That shit
Yeah,
crazy.
that shit do be crazy.
I be like, damn, nigga, you really do be in like your own little world, just living.
I didn't even know people still making videos because I feel like everybody was just streaming music off their phone.
Thank you.
I feel like videos making a comeback now.
They need to.
All I watch
down
is Detroit
for a
hood
bunch
nigga
of years.
videos, really.
I don't even listen to that.
For real.
Oh, about Blueface in particular, I wanted to say like he like outlandish and ridiculous and shit is like his thing, right? But I feel like Sada Baby do kind of the same thing, but he do it like the right way, in the way that make his shit actually hard. Like they both kind of say like they both take an outlandish approach and shit, but he actually got the bars mixed in there, and he know how to like make the outlandish shit sound cool. This nigga just ass. You know what I'm saying? Like they really are comparable to me.
Bro, to be honest, I don't know what Blueface ever said. To me, to me, Sada Baby got bars and that shit be on beat and it's a nice song. I can't really say like compare the lyrics of like what they both be saying outlandish shit because Blueface, that shit just sound like noise to my ears.
I done watched enough like of those small ass clips. I done seen like 130-second clips of Blueface.
Okay, yeah, clips.
So
yeah.
I feel like I got a good idea.
The only clips I heard though was just like the bust down part and then
The Welcome to the Meat Show shit.
no, I ain't heard that one.
Hold on. I gotta get that. Hold on.
And it ain't even a song, but I saw that little meme of like, oh, I'm about to get real disrespectful.
Yo, I'm
Oh, yeah, I saw
disrespectful
that.
in this motherfucker.
That's about
I saw
it,
that.
though.
But just-
Sada Baby be fucking snapping though.
He do though. I want to get y'all this line though, just so y'all can see y'all didn't hear it.
Alright.
Gucci belt, my pants sagging to the meat show. Yeah, I bitch. Welcome to the meat show.
See, it's shit like that piss me off.
Right, bro.
Shit like that piss me off because what the fuck are you saying? What the fuck are
And
you
it's like,
saying?
bro, how the fuck did you get famous off of that shit?
Like, come on.
Like, I'm about to drop a song, bro.
All you need is a good beat.
Yeah, bro.
That's all you
That's
need.
all you
is
need.
a good beat.
A good ass beat.
You gotta have some people want to play.
Bro, drop a song. I just want to drop a song, make like I can make like 300,000. I don't even want to go crazy with it. I could have a one hit, pay off my student loans,
Yeah, bro.
use that other like 200,000 and some change to just do whatever.
Yeah. I don't want to be. That's one thing I don't want to be famous.
Shit. Hell no. I do
No.
not want people all in my business.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
cool on being famous.
Cool, man.
I mean, if it come cool, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
like
not trying to be famous.
fuck that though.
Yeah.
I just want some money.
I was watching something today where it's about like where they be like selling babies or something. I know this was a weird ass twist. I apologize.
Go ahead.
It's about them like selling babies and shit, right? And like Bulgaria. So some chick, she got like took when she was a baby. So it's literally like no paperwork or nothing on her. She like 20 years old now. And she just like don't have no identity. They ain't show her face on there either. But she got like the last name of whoever kidnapped her.
Yeah.
But even though that ain't like her real last name. But she can't get a job or nothing because she don't have like
Nothing.
no ID, no paperwork or nothing. I'm like, bro, this bitch retarded. She out here making fucking wine and Netflix documentary. She ain't even own it. They just interviewing her. I'm like, bro, you could go be a fucking assassin. Be straight.
Yeah, you good.
No identity.
No
You
identity.
be an assassin.
Bro, it'd be the hardest fucking assassin alive. No identity, bro. You don't. Like, you gone. They putting you on Facebook. Nigga, the little Facebook thing tripping. Can't find you and
no
shit.
results, no
Yeah.
results.
I'm like, bro, this bitch don't know how to use her gift. Cause I be in that bitch, like, on the black market, nigga, like, oh, shit, oh. Nigga, no identity. Because we all getting tracked like a
Oh,
bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
it's over.
These fucking iPhones,
we in
nigga, they
there.
know exactly where you
Yeah.
sleep and your heart rate.
They just heard me say all that. That was just 5 right now. That was just, a nigga just hit enter on that bitch. It just went to a 5.
Something just beat, but you said a key word. You said assassin and assassinate.
Hell
So they're like,
yeah.
oh, what this nigga talking about? Say hi to your assigned FBI agent. Everybody say hi to that.
Hey, Carl.
What's up, Randy?
Hey, Paula. That's what I'm calling her.
Okay.
Paula's late. What time is it? 3:18. She on break.
Hope you had a good weekend.
It's Sunday and shit. She off at 5. What else, man? Okay.
What?
This was the question I meant to ask before. So, are black people programmed into showing off their wealth through their appearance? Do y'all think?
Yeah.
Yep.
I say yeah.
And why? Or why?
So everybody want to seem like they better than what they are. Like people like label hoes. Like if that makes sense. Like girls and boys can be that.
Mm.
I feel like everybody want to look wealthy, even though they ain't wealthy. Like that's just like this thing that's going on, and people be flexing for like social media and stuff. Like It's weird.
Even from like back in the day though, like where do you think that stemmed from? Like, you know, back in the day, like a nigga might get a lot of money at the gambling game. He got him a nice green suit on and shit.
Just trying to stunt. Feel like you that nigga. You on top for that day, that moment. Like
never having shit. That's
like people just flashy now.
like
and even back in the
never
day
had
too,
shit.
like they flashy. Mm-hmm. But a lot of these niggas in the room always get caught if they doing something wrong. So it's like it don't make no sense why niggas be flashy, especially if they like cracking cards and shit. Like it don't pay to be flashy.
Right.
Like, think about it. Now, this wild, but think about it. Frank Lucas didn't get caught until he wore that flashy ass fur. And like...
You know, Frank Lucas didn't get caught until that bitch got him.
Yeah, like, come on. Like,
on his life up.
like,
that white girl.
that white girl. That white girl. Yeah, like...
Well, she Puerto Rican. She's still a white bitch.
Like, literally. So, flashy don't do shit for you.
Yeah, it don't at all.
That shit gotta just be black people just ain't never had shit in general.
Yeah.
Like as a race, which is bad to say, but we just haven't. And the mentality when you get something, it's like, all right, now what can I get? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
That's how people be NBA players go broke and shit and all that, because it's like you just not used to it and you don't know how to handle it, and nobody around you has. You don't got nobody to go to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they know how to manage money.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Or the person you going to is somebody who know way more than you and they fucking you. Yeah.
Like, all the superstars go through it, like, they just lose so much money because they don't know how to manage money.
Yeah.
So.
It's just a mentality. Like, I got something, now I gotta, like, go get something.
Yeah.
To show you that I got something.
Right.
We gotta get out of that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we do, for real.
It's horrible.
That's what's messing niggas up.
Yeah. Because niggas can't be affording all that shit they be buying. Like.
And credit fucking niggas up.
Yeah. Like.
Credit for America.
Yeah. Credit the best thing about America, though. That's why it fucks it up. Though.
Yeah. America
like,
couldn't be America without it.
Credit, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it because you always on somebody. Like, your money never yours. Like, you always owe somebody.
Right.
So it's like you never get the fulfillment of having, like, a check or something because you always got to pay somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you got a credit card. You use your credit card to buy something, but really you ain't buy that shit. Like, you ain't had the money right then and there. So it's like...
Yeah.
That's why I want to have financial freedom.
Yeah.
Pay off all these debts. Say, fuck these credit cards. Be straight.
Yeah.
The first nigga to introduce credit was wild. Bro, you can get that shit. Just pay me later.
Just
Yeah,
pay me later.
later, bro. But you gotta pay me interest on it. Oh, it's interest. That just means shit. If I give you $4 right now, in 2 days, you gotta give me $4.50 back.
That's all?
Nigga, okay. I ain't broke, bitch. I just ain't got it right now, nigga. I'll give you $5 back.
Right.
All right. Baller.
And then you still got to borrow the next week because you didn't give them $5. Yeah.
Yep.
Shit. Right, they come back to you, shit. Let me get 10 this time.
Yeah.
Like, all right, bro, this time, shit, I'm gonna need 22. Damn, 22?
I need it, though.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Then he don't get it. Then you gotta go break his leg and shit.
$20.
Look what you made me do to you, bro. Over $20 fucking.
Got garnish nigga wages. Close to breaking nigga leg.
Right.
Real shit.
Right, it really was real ass loan sharks though.
Yeah.
Like that shit nuts. Loan sharks, number man.
Yeah.
Black. Oh, nigga, that was one thing I wanted to talk about.
What?
That they were saying like, without illegal numbers, a lot of shit in Chicago, like for the Black Panthers and all that shit, would have never happened.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You talking
I
about
think Killer
Malala?
Mike said that.
It was funding it?
Yeah, like the number man and shit. Like, I mean, that's anywhere though. Like, where when the government can't get something, bro, illegal money is what really come in and make that shit get off the ground.
Yeah.
Nigga. Like, shit, nigga, America wouldn't be nothing if they ain't take a loan. I mean, I guess it really wasn't illegal technically, but if they ain't take that loan from, like, J.P. Morgan back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We needed that shit.
Yeah,
Didn't what's name do the same thing? Like the Rothschilds?
probably.
Give America some money? I mean, the Rockefellers, not the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. I believe.
Probably,
Give
hell yeah.
America some money. Yeah.
America was out here fucked up.
Right.
Good.
We got borrowed from a nigga, though. Like, I'm one man.
Hey, bro, hey.
Let me hold
I know you doing your thing and shit. I know
let me
you
hold
do.
2 buildings. Get the country out of debt.
Y'all niggas broke, though. You like,
Nigga, what?
2 billion?
Alright, look, man, I'm gonna give it to you, but here, look, this is what I want back.
I want immunity.
All this
Nobody in my family can ever go to jail.
All right.
I want interest back.
Name some shit after me.
Yep. My business gotta stay going for life.
motherfucking right.
Like, nigga, I want everything.
You got all the leverage. You can't. What you gonna be like?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Anything you ask for.
we're fucked.
Hell yeah. But like what you were saying, with like, I mean, it's going back a little bit, but like with the black people, where it's just like I'm rooting for everybody, and like if you black, you can get in or whatever like that. With the Rothschilds, it's not like that at all. That's kind of how like with the Aristocats, you know, it's like the first son, not what is it called?
What?
I don't know.
What's like kings and queens and shit called?
Bureaucracy? What you talking about?
No, are they called aristocrats? Yeah, they called
Yeah, I
aristocrats.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
We gonna keep it as whatever he said it was.
yeah.
Teach you him.
But so in aristocrats, the first son he automatically become king, right? Like that's how kings and queens and shit work. And the Rothschilds kind of run a business in the same way, but not at the same time though. So it's like they keep it in the business. I mean, keep it in the family, but the best person gets the job though. So say if I'm the president right now, just because my son doing everything that I'm doing and he my son and he would think the business would go down to him, if he not the best person for it, I'll give it to my nephew and say fuck him.
Right.
And that's kind of like what happened. So I mean, that's how black businesses and shit need to start going, or how I'm rooting for black people. Is how.
Okay.
I meant to say all that earlier, but we got off track. And
No,
then I just
no
thought
problem.
of it again when you said Rockefellers. Because I know that was random.
Shit should be like that. Like, that just keep everybody sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay on that game, yeah.
And it's like, nigga, you gonna be rich anyway, bro. Fuck this title.
Right.
Right.
Maybe I'm just like, I don't know if this just like a defense mechanism or
What?
I don't know, I ain't ambitious enough. But it's like, nigga, I'm straight with being number 2. Number 1, stressful as hell.
Yeah. Like,
And and it's like number 2, bro, you get most of the same benefits. You still gonna be rich. You don't got all these people in your business. You ain't gotta act fake for society, like, or nothing. And it's like you chilling, bro. Fuck being in the light. Like I'm straight being in the background chilling. Like Slim from Cash Money.
Yeah.
He the smartest nigga in the
Smartest
fucking
nigga.
world, bro.
Smartest nigga.
He ain't never in the media. He just as rich as baby, and just
Is
chill.
baby rich? Because he be owing people money, so.
That nigga's still rich.
Yeah, he's still rich,
I don't even know what Slim sound like.
bro, and just chill and make money. I'm cool with doing that. Like niggas want to be famous and all, like, and the shit be celebrities. Fuck that, nigga. Yeah, I'd rather get a check and be nobody.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But yeah, I don't care about
Pay them niggas, baby.
Yeah.
You
No,
said what?
really.
Yeah, pay them niggas, bird band.
Tre Mason, would you meet Trump if you had the opportunity?
Would I meet Trump? No. It wouldn't be worth it
Tay, would you meet
to
Trump?
meet Trump.
Why? Why wouldn't y'all meet him?
Because he's not going to listen to anything you have to say. He a kid. Like, so you're not gonna come across to Trump. Like, think about people who've actually sat down and had a conversation with Trump. Like, you think about Kanye West and his conversation. That wasn't a conversation. He was like gloating because Kanye West was saying everything he wanted to hear him say. Like with Kim Kardashian. Like, I know they not talking about no real deep shit. So it's nothing me and Trump could like sit down and talk about. Like, because at some point I would get upset to the point where I feel like I had to physically hurt this man. So it's like, like we can't talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no, I won't sit down and talk with him.
I always say I would, just because there on the off chance that there's nobody around him, like giving him this perspective. Maybe it's literally the first time somebody maybe get this close to him to hear this, and maybe so. Yeah. I would, but it's not gonna be no Kanye ass because it's just like look, you bitch ass nigga. Like,
Yeah, if I was to meet him, it was for sure to be to tell him like what he doing wrong, if he gonna listen. But like you said, most likely he's not gonna listen.
See, I don't think that approach will really work with Trump. Telling him you gotta just give him the information.
Yeah.
Tell him what you're doing wrong. It's like he's not gonna listen to you.
That nigga can't form complete sentences. I'm not talking to somebody who can't do that.
I know words. I know the best words.
Our country is very great. What the fuck does that mean? Like, so no, I'm good on that.
How it feels waking up and knowing everybody fucking hates you though. Like,
bro, that gotta be depressing. Like, he gotta be on some type of like medicine for real. Like, he gotta be depressed in real life. I know he not walking around here thinking he actually doing a good job.
I think he absolutely is.
You see, like that's crazy.
He's doing a superb job, and the U.S. is bullying him into like making him look bad and shit. And he keep like, do you follow him on Twitter?
No, bro. I blocked that nigga because I don't want to see nothing he say.
The funniest Twitter account on Twitter, like by far. Like all he do is tweet about how like this is unfair, this is presidential harassment, how people not letting him do stuff.
Yeah, I'm not fucking
like with man, that dude is funny,
bro. That's like this.
I would like to meet him honestly. Just to be like, bro, you wild as hell. Like if I could just have a off the record conversation with him. Yeah. Just to be like, bro, you wild as hell. Like you shouldn't be doing this. You should do da 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 da. He really would listen. I think I could help make the world a better place.
He ain't got it all.
Yeah.
He bought cheeseburgers for the football team. Bro, talking about a great American meal. Like, come on.
Meal's cold.
Talking about some, I got pizza. This is good American food. What are you talking about?
People forget that he an old white man too, though.
But come on.
It's like people forget that.
It don't seem like you do it.
Yeah, it's really like don't. Because he on social media and he talk a lot and he actually got like good motor skills and shit to be like his age. People forget how old he is. Yeah. But it's like mentally, he's an old ass white man. He's
impaired, bro. Something's wrong with like.
He's an old white man. It's like if you working like as what is called a CNA or something somewhere. Like those old white men that be in there who be talking crazy and shit. Yeah, that's Trump.
He said he's just running.
He's just running the fucking country. And got a hell of money, so he don't need to be in the home. Like, bro, that nigga's a character though, for sure.
Complete character.
He said that he'll build. They gonna have to build a human wall since they don't have a regular wall. Bro, because like 2,000 people start moving like that caravan, so they sent military down to the border, and he was like, "I guess we have to build a human wall since we don't have a regular wall or something."
Bro,
that nigga be tripping, bro. He funny as hell. I be liking his tweets and shit.
All right.
I had to take the Savage for. I had to take Savage for President out my off my little header thing though, because I was talking too much shit about Trump, and I felt like I was gonna get flagged or something, so I had to just change it back to Savage.
The Trump administration in your DM.
Yeah, right. Like, hey nigga, what up? Hey, you gotta take that shit out. All right, bro. I don't want no smoke. No smoke.
No smoke. No smoke. Oh man, I think we got everything. I think.
Nope.
No. What you got?
Talking to the police.
Talking to the police.
Yeah.
That kind of go back to what we were saying earlier. People don't understand like the police brutality thing. If you're not like if you're not, I don't know. If you're not, how am I trying to say this?
If you've not been assaulted and harassed by police, you don't understand why black people like are upset with the police type thing. And I mean, with the whole talking to the police thing, I think as a community though, we need to start getting our kids prepared, like how to interact with police. Just because like they starting young, like police are coming to their kids now, like white men out here throwing black girls across the line, like it's just craziness going on now. So we need to like tell our kids like how to interact with police, white people. Just get them prepared. I don't know if y'all saw that movie, Hate You Give, and the dad, like in the first 5 minutes, he like break down. Yeah, he like break down what you do if a police officer come to the car, like put your hand on the dashboard, look straight forward, have your ID out, like all that stuff. So, I mean, it's sad you gotta do that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah. You don't want your kid to not come home because some asshole having a bad day. Like,
how did your parents teach you to talk to the police?
Yeah, my mama, she told me, like, pretty much just listen to what they say. Like, if you know you, like, wrong, admit you wrong. If you know you right, just say, sir, what did I do? Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Never be reaching for stuff. So that was always something she had told me. It has been one time I've gotten upset with an officer and, like, verbally, like, probably aggressive with the officer. I'm surprised nothing happened. Because, like, she pulled me over and she, like, didn't ask me for, like, my license and insurance. She was just like, is this car stolen? So I'm like, bitch, why would I steal a Fusion? Like, like, come on now. And so she got real upset and was like, ma'am, step out of the car. So I thought I was going to jail, but she really just wanted my license and stuff, and then she let me go. And then when I asked her for her badge, she refused to give it to me, like her badge number. But, like, I've never had too many, like, bad incidents with police. Just that one. Like, and it was horrible because it was like, come on, a Fusion, man. You think I stole this car. Like, come on. So, yeah, other than that, I can't recall a time that I've just had problems with police. Like, I've never had too many. Like, police annoy me in general, so I try to stay from around them. Anyways, like, I'm one of those people, if I see a police car, I'm turning on my music, which I don't know if that helps or not, but I'm just, like, focused, 10 and 2, like, so, yeah. I don't really come into contact with police, but I make it a point to try not to either.
What about you, D-Lord?
Okay, this can be a lot of different ways, right? So, let's take, like, if there's a murder and
this shit got real deep. Let's take if there's a murder. Like, and that's the only time my nigga ever called the police.
Come on, it's a house fire.
Murder. That's not what I'm saying. Let's say it's a murder of, like, a 15-year-old girl, right? And the family, like, devastated. And, like, let's say this happened kind of, like, in broad day. And a bunch of people saw it. Like, talking to the police is like a thing in the black community you just, like, don't do. Yeah. But it's fucked up when it becomes circumstances like that. Because it's like, this family is, like, devastated. And you could, like, get this family justice.
Yeah.
But you're just not doing that. And nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get looked at crazy. Or you might put yourself in danger more than likely. You know what I'm saying? And, like, that's talking to the police, too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I personally, like, I know I wouldn't come forward.
Yeah,
like, I'm sorry. I can't. Like, I can't.
I honestly can't remember my parents telling me, like, what to do about the police. I just grew up learning about the police and like adapted to my environment, I guess, of like how to deal with them. And that was really it. Like, I never got in trouble or nothing for my parents to be like, oh, this and that. But I mean,
Me neither.
when I went to college, I started running into police more. But even then, I mean, I never had like a bad encounter. I had a racist ass encounter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was.
That was it though.
Yeah. I ain't had too many bad encounters with police. Just really like one that sticks out. That's really it.
I feel like it is messed up that subconsciously though, like black people, when you see a police officer though, like you said, like you turn the music down or you start like doing extra shit. Even when you know for a fact that you're doing nothing wrong. You don't got nothing in your car or nothing. Like, you checking how your speed, everything.
It is a mental thing. Because even in the, I don't know if y'all do it, but at the grocery store, them, like, little things that buzz off, even though I know I ain't stole shit, I be like, if this motherfucker go off, it's going to embarrass me. So it's like, it's that embarrassment factor. Like, man, if I get pulled over on some stupid shit or if I get pulled over in general, like, it could go 0 to 100 for no reason.
Hell yeah.
So...
White people don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Like, they really think officers don't do nothing wrong. And it's mind-blowing because it's like, I can't think of, like, no good cops. It ain't no cops that I'm just like, oh, these are my friends. Like, no, I don't look at it that way, so.
That's interesting that you said that. Because I always felt like it's important to have, like, cops that represent like everybody, right? So I be liking when it be like black cops because I'm like, bro, it got to be somebody that know our perspective, you know what I'm saying, and know like how we interact and everything, and can be able to tell the difference in situations that somebody who not of our culture or whatever like wouldn't be able to understand quite as good, and like we need some representation in there because it make it better for everybody else.
Yeah. And there's some black cops, too, that be, like, wearing their blue badge. Like, they got their blue badge of honor. They just be so down with the cops. They be, like, institutionalized, too.
Yeah.
Like, there's a motherfucker I follow on Facebook. He always talking about so what if this happened? Would y'all blame the cops then? No, bitch. No matter what you put on Facebook, like, none of the shit you're talking about makes anything you're saying right. So, like, just stop it. Like, people get on his stat all the time. Like, nigga, leave it alone. Like, we don't give a fuck about your work day, bitch. Like, go to sleep. Like,
He a cop?
Yeah, he a cop. Like, he a cop, and he just be asking, like, random questions. And it's like, we know this came from your work day. Don't ask Facebook, because we gonna tell you, like, no, that shit wrong. Like, you know. Like, he just be asking weird stuff. Like, would y'all shoot a police dog? Bitch, no, we wouldn't shoot a police dog. Like, why did you just ask that? Like, so,
That's wild.
Yeah, you should have police dog. You gonna get life.
Yeah, I mean, a nigga who shot the police dog did die. So, I mean, it's over for him.
Shooting police dogs, it's like shooting the officer. Like
Yeah, like, they love their dogs more than they love their fucking partner they rode with in the car. So.
Yeah, they some weird individuals. Man, we gotta live with them.
True.
We was just watching some shit about color blindness, and that just furthered my theory that white people are aliens.
Why?
Why?
Have you ever known somebody that wasn't white to be colorblind?
Yeah.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Like black, like can't see color, like the real colorblind? Or are you talking about like they can't see color like with race?
No,
like
real
literal.
colorblind.
Like real colorblind. Oh, I don't know no black colorblind person.
Me neither. I only know white colorblind people.
And dogs, I just found out dogs was colorblind. Like,
so
bees can't see red. That's
shit
just
like
crazy.
that's wild.
So, white people got different skin than everybody else on the planet.
Yeah.
Blue eyes.
Yeah. Some got green, some got brown.
They're allergic to the sun.
Yeah.
They like being outside.
Yeah.
And they colorblind. So these niggas either from another planet or they were mutants or something that end up turning into humans. And the real humans, who was black people, end up having sex with these motherfuckers. Or something. Something happened. We ain't the same, though.
We know that. We know we ain't the same.
Oh, damn.
What?
And I just found out just recently, until like the 1960s or 70s, maybe earlier, it was legal to hunt these little black, well, they not black. I don't know, some little island. No, they are black. They're in Africa somewhere. They're like 4 feet tall African people, right? Or something, off some safari somewhere. And it was legal to hunt these motherfuckers.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
And they originally started getting hunted from, like, you know, the characterized England hunter who, like, got the hat, the long musket gun, like the tan uniform and shit.
Olive green uniform.
Yeah, with the beard and shit.
The curly
like
mustache.
the Jumanji looking nigga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the hunter,
Like
explorer
safari
from
white
Jumanji.
man.
I feel like you're describing Hitler right now, so I'm trying to determine like what we talking about.
No, so
The mustache, like okay, go back to.
Like a
alright,
curly
so
mustache.
you ever seen a picture of like an old English hunter?
Oh,
He had,
yeah.
like the,
Okay, yeah.
the tan uniform, the big shotgun,
Yeah.
the beard and shit.
Yeah,
So,
skinny,
yeah,
like
like
Jumanji.
fat. Yeah.
Yeah, like they used to go on like expeditions and shit.
To hunt these African people.
Yeah, those Englishmen like went on expeditions and shit to like go find these Africans and like kill them and shit. I'm like, bro, motherfuckers crazy, bro. The world was crazy as hell. Niggas talk about it being crazy today.
And that shit was like 50 years ago. I seen the picture the other day. They had like the little black girl like at the zoo and shit. A bunch of white people taking pictures. That was like 1958 or something. Like,
Yeah, that's wild.
girl.
That's wild.
And white people don't think the world is racist and shit. Like, bro, this is everywhere still. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, white people, in my opinion, they think like black people are like these weird artifacts, like these weird things, like they want to touch your hair, they want to ask you this and that. It's like, goddamn, like, do I touch your hair? Like, no.
They from a different planet.
Yeah,
The world fascinated with black people.
yeah. Everybody want to bleed back, so it's time to be black. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody want
that's
to be a
true.
nigga. Don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Yeah.
It is.
Anything else, man?
Let me see.
I wouldn't necessarily say look, but sure.
Alright. What can black people do to further progress in society? Like niggas referring to Atlanta as
Black Hollywood.
Wakanda and shit.
We need to start loving each other. I think like when Black Panther came out though, that was good because we started like seeing like how black people are kings and queens type thing again on TV and like superheroes, like amazing in that aspect. So I think that was good. So like loving ourselves more, working together, like not hating on the next person. Like you said, room for everybody black who doing something. So yeah, just be in the community, even if you don't know the person personally, just like be a community for that person. And just stand tall, be strong, because, I mean, it's just the beginning, especially with these, like, the president, new election coming up in the next few years, like, there's a lot of stuff that's going to affect the black community more than we thought it did last election and stuff, so just really getting informed, like, creating a community amongst yourselves and others, and just, like, getting out there and doing what you need to do, let your voice be heard however you can, so...
Well said.
Yeah, well said. You heard it from Tre Mason. So get to it.
You got anything, D-Lock?
I
got one more.
No, I don't got those answers. I just say inform yourself, like I was saying earlier. That'll help everybody.
Alright. And do you think the slavery movies are holding us back from, like, not, I wouldn't say forgetting our past, but moving on from our past?
No, just because I guess it depends on what type of like slavery film or slavery TV show. Like Underground, that's a good educational one. Like it was this TV series that came on. I forget what channel it was.
They canceled that shit,
WGN.
didn't they?
Yeah, after 2 seasons, it was good. It was good as hell. It was real good. But like the slave movies where it's like black female house slave fall in love with the white slave master. I'm kind of like tired of those narratives because like we know that shit, get off it. Like that's how a lot of us got here. Like a lot of our families and stuff like had those type of situations going on. So it's like let's move past that type of story. But as far as slavery goes itself, like that is our history. So I think we have to acknowledge it. But let's make it to where it's educational at the same time. Like, let's not continue to tell the same story over and over again. Like, let's find something new to talk about that people may not know. You know, like, let's just do it different. Like, and it's not related directly to slavery, but look how many Martin Luther King movies we got.
Right.
Like, we don't need another Selma. We don't need another bus boycott movie. We don't need nothing else like that. Like, teach us about somebody else. Teach us about Medgar Evers. Give us something about Angela Davis. Like, I'll take another Malcolm X movie, truthfully. Like, you can talk about some of his deepest, darkest fears, because the last movie, that was like just putting him in his positive light. But it's like, you can tell some of his deepest, darkest secrets if you want to, or just get to the root of him. There's so many other people you can research. I feel like we are telling the same thing over and over. And I think we're doing that because, like, those are the acceptable black people for white people. Like, white people are so comfortable with Martin Luther King. White people ain't fucking with Malcolm X. So it's like, things like that we got to get better with. Telling the hard stories, the stories that people might not want to hear, the stories that might not even sell out in the theaters, but, you know, black people gonna come to see it. Like, white people might not fuck with it, but black people need to start fucking with it. So, like that.
Agreed. 100%. I think you summed it up well.
Yeah, I don't even think that. I was thinking that one. I don't got nothing to say. Yeah.
Damn near can end on that note. Drop Smite.
Tre Mason
Yes, sir.
for 3.
From Sag Nasty.
It's been fun, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. Thanks for driving all this way.
No problem.
Appreciate you.
We gonna put you out for exchanging the time. But you know.
I needed a nap.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said you worked late last night.
Yeah, on the weekends I work Thursdays.
All right, y'all. Oh no, damn, yeah, we got top 5. My bad.
What's on your pick?
Top 5 for this week.
He be holding up.
I mean,
Y'all need to play some Tokyo Jets.
she alright.
I ain't heard of her.
She on Grand Hustle.
Yeah, her shit. Bang.
She cool. There's other people I like over here
Tokyo
though.
Jets.
Yeah, Tokyo Jets.
She Asian?
No.
You know.
She black.
She's from Atlanta.
Like Tokyo Tony, nigga.
Yeah.
Bitches, they want to be foreign through this bitch.
Black China.
Ain't never been overseas.
Black China.
Not you playing no father for it. This shit. It's in the mail.
We had payroll decent. Payroll making a lot of entries lately. Keep putting
Oh
out
yeah, I
consistent
fuck with that song.
Oh yeah, it's like the last song on there. That shit is hard. On this new, what's the name of the project? The name of the project is January 30th, his birthday. And we had YNW Melly Rolling Loud. He been blowing up recently. Had to check him out. Yeah.
Speaking of rolling out, I heard the tickets sold in one day.
Yeah.
How much them bitches cost? Like $300?
No, ain't more than that. And I don't know, you know, a lot of the festivals do like, you can't just buy 1 day passes, so I don't know how that shit go. You might have to get 2 or something like. I can't afford it, so I ain't been.
You watched that Fire thing?
Nope,
On
I still
Netflix?
haven't watched either one of them. There's one on Hulu too.
Yeah, I heard it was 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the one on Netflix. It was pretty straight. It's crazy how they set all that shit up.
I remember when all that shit was happening. It was crazy.
I'm about to find me a scam. Be on the lookout, everybody. We're gonna do a cruise. I'm thinking that's the way to do it.
No, I'm not involved. We had Chris Brown, Undecided. I really fuck with that Chris Brown record. super nice. We had Sada Baby, previously mentioned, with Lunchroom. New Sada tape is pretty dope. And then B.O.B. this week, best of the bunch was YB and Corday. Sorry for all the acronyms. But YB and Corday, Location Ships. Watch the video, it's pretty cool. Alright. T2M, you fuck.
Yup, I be on my way. Yup, I say 100 bag, get it right back. Switch it up, flip it up, bet you like that. So put your number on this paper, cause I would love to take you up on a lovely day, don't care what your last situation. I got the spoiled LA girl, she from Chino Hills. She let me drive her daddy Bentley, swear that she's so real. I swear her silence there so crazy, it be saying the most. And when we go out to eat, she always pay for us both. I got this one chick from the Bay who always bump Mac Dre. I give her constant dick, her consciousness won't go that way. I tell her every day, lady, you'll be having my baby. She said, yee, little nigga, man, you hella crazy. I got this one little shorty, her little brother, he rap. He always asking for a feature, I ignore him and laugh. But when I kill his sister pussy, she gon' lay in the hearse. Her kitty's so fucking fire, shit, I gave him a verse. I say, 100 bag, get it right back. Switch it up, flip it up, bet you like that. So put your number on this paper, cause I would love to take you up on a lovely day, don't care what your last situation. I got this cutie from Nigeria who taking advantage. I hate I had to cut her off, but she just won't stop scamming. Check my credit card accounts and ask, what's the amounts? The bitch cleared my whole shit, cashed the check, then she bounced. I found this chick in Atlanta, her elegant country grammar. Swear she bad and she bougie, she got such high standards. I got this good old country girl, she from North Carolina. When I'm in that vagina, I just can never decline her. I got this side chick from Chirac who keep that strap and got my pack. So to bend it over while I break your back. Watch over my shoulder, don't take no slack. Got this one girl from Texas, she shit on all of my exes. Cook me eggs and some bacon, I give her good dick for breakfast. I even got this college girl who give immaculate head, but she just so fucking broke, I always cash app her bread. And she just pledged AKA and upgraded the taste. So I fucked the line sisters, took them all on a date. I say 100 bag, get it right back. Switch it up, flip it up, bet you like that. So put your number on this paper, cause I would love to take you up on a lovely day, don't care what your last situation. Gotta spoil your girl from Chino Hills, college chick who let her pop pills, Chirac girl who's down to kill. Goddamn, my life's a thrill. Nigerian queen who love the scheme, Texas chick who in my dreams. Atlanta girls ain't for the team, this player shit is in my jeans. Oh man.